Now today's topic is protection of pregnant ladies. Now again I would say that this topic has come from lot many of you that please speak on this topic, and we would like to be enlightened about this particular topic in detail. Now first of all, the protection of pregnant ladies. What exactly we mean by protection of pregnant ladies? Now here first of all, let me just clarify one thing, that if you've gone to the doctors, if you have done all your medical test and tried all the hospitals and tried everything, tested through doctors, diagnosis, everything, and everything is coming out to be normal, and still you're not able to conceive, or after conceiving, if there is some sort of a miscarriage, and every time you find this to be extremely abnormal, then that is a reason that you turn towards any spiritual healer or paranormal expert and say that why this is happening in an abnormal manner. It's out of your understanding levels. Now we are talking about the protection levels in those aspects where medically you've tried everything, but reports says everything is normal, but again nothing is normal in your life. Now that does not mean that we're trying to create any particular fear in your mind. Ladies, especially I'm talking to you regarding this, because please be very clear that it does not mean that we are focusing on that leave the medicines or leave any medical help. No, the medical help should always go on. However, these are the cases that we are referring to in which there is some sort of a supernatural element involved. There's some sort of a black magic involved done on you to destroy your pregnancy, to destroy your womb. Okay, and this definitely happens. This is the truth, that these things exist, because this is a fact, whether you accept it, whether you do not accept it. Consider yourself to be extremely lucky, like I always say, that if it's not happened with you, but we've been getting so many cases from all the ladies globally. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about victims who are basically foreigners, overseas clients who are facing this. Their wombs have been destroyed or blocked. Okay, so please respect this fact. This topic is very sensitive that I have taken up today, and just imagine if somebody is actually going through this particular problem, and if you don't respect this topic, it can be really disheartening and very disappointing for that particular person. Now, how this is done? See, first of all, I would like to say to all the women who are listening to this video that please be very, very careful. I'm repeating myself. Please be very, very careful regarding your sanitary pads. Yes, I have to be extremely open and blunt in using these terms, because I want each one of you to understand this in a very correct and a strong and an assertive manner. Please take care of your sanitary pads. Do not throw your sanitary pads anywhere and everywhere, because a person who is after you, the person who's after your womb or your pregnancy, is looking for those sanitary pads. The reason is that the periods that you have every month, the blood on that sanitary pad, I'm being extremely blunt, the blood on the sanitary pads can be used against you or against your pregnancy. Okay, this blood can also be, I'm talking about tantric practices here, the shallow tantric practices here. It is against the law of tantra, but then people are doing it because this is a Kali Yuga time. Be very, very careful on this. Okay, this blood can actually be used for attracting your partner or finishing the attraction of your partner towards you. Again, three things can be done majorly. The first one, your pregnancy can be blocked. Second, the attraction level can be finished for you from your partner's side. And the third one, I said that the attraction level can be given by this process also for anybody. Okay, so this is a very dangerous thing. People have been suffering because of the carelessness of their sanitary pads, which have been used against them. Okay, and this can be only done by your near and dear ones. The reason, of course, jealousy, the reason, the hatred, the fights, the reason is always almost the same in why a person does black magic. Because a person does not have the courage to face you or to attack you from the front. That person is trying to backstab you in a hidden manner. Okay, so this is one thing, the sanitary pads of the ladies. Now there can be not many other aspects, the deeper aspect, the more dangerous aspects to it, that sometimes what happens is that, you know, the first thing is that you can actually block somebody's conceiving the child through this process. Sometimes a person purposely wants that you should conceive the child, but once the child, maybe the 8th month or the 9th month, they use this bad black magic process on the pregnant ladies, that something wrong should happen to the baby inside your womb. Okay, so again, now your hair and your nails, be very careful again. All the ladies, be extremely careful. Be very extremely careful in eating your food, anything sweet, anything of with a milk product, because these are the things in which, if somebody wants to mix something and give it to you to destroy your pregnancy, can be done very easily. Okay, now what is the best thing to do with this? See, protection of pregnant ladies is considered very important because of all these reasons, because you half the time don't even know who's your enemy. Okay, so what to do? Please take this as like life insurance of your child or your own life. Like you do these life insurances, you take life insurances so that if there's any mishappening, there is some sense of protection for your family. So please take this consider this for yourself to be life insurance. And I would advise everybody in today's times who's actually facing any sort of or feeling anything abnormal after all the medical tests done, again I said, please get yourself protected. All the ladies, if you're looking for a solid protection around you, because you really never know in today's Kali times who's your enemy, who's after your life, or who's after your happiness, your married life happiness. So the best thing is, get yourself protected. You will get 100 years of protection through our process. And it's not that it's only once you have to get yourself protected. So if you have the first child or the second child or the third child, it's going to be with you. Fine. We have also seen and solved cases in which this has been happening from generations altogether. Now when I say generations altogether, this process, as I said, can actually lead into very dangerous levels also. There are level 1, 2, 3, so many other levels attached to it. What are those levels? First is, of course, that the person would want that you should not conceive. That is one way of doing it. The other way is, if you conceive, destroying your child after that. The third level is that once you conceive and once you give birth to a child, there can be a defect. A child can be born handicapped, or the child can be mentally challenged. Okay. Now another level to it, the more dangerous and the more high degree level to destroy somebody's pregnancy levels, that is beyond pregnancy in fact, is that your child will also have a problem in conceiving. It's like a curse which can actually run in the family. Okay, this is something which has happened, and I have written the stories also about so many victims in my book, which is mentioned in the description section on YouTube. So if somebody really wants to understand that why the protection of pregnant ladies is important, and is this actually happening and existing, please go ahead and read that book, and you will get all your answers. But for now, yes, definitely pregnancy can be blocked, your womb can be destroyed. Okay, in fact, there have been many cases in which women have been actually getting those needle pricking pains on their private parts. That's again a very shallow process of black magic that the opponents are doing on many victims. So these are many aspects that can actually ruin your life and your married life structure. Okay, so please be very alert, please be very safe, and always remember, if God exists, devil and demon also exist. Okay, so be safe, be very alert, and that's all I have to tell you about protection of pregnant ladies. And if there's anything like this happening in your life, you can always contact a spiritual healer, not necessarily us, anybody who's genuine enough, and get this solved ASAP, because this can actually lead to very dangerous skills or dangerous aspects in future. This has to be solved on urgent basis. Okay, this cannot be considered as something which is just normal. No, it is not normal at all. It is very, very dangerous. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope this video gave you some knowledge, and this video gave you some enlightenment regarding this topic and some awareness about this topic. And the rest, if there's any detail you want to ask, please write to us on the email address which is given on the website also, and I think it's been given on the YouTube description section also. So thank you very much. Let's end this video. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you next week very soon. Thank you. Goodbye.